What comes to mind when you hear the name of these places? Springfield, Rochester, Sherman, Chatham, Riverton, Athens. Chances are we all have our own images of these places, especially if we live there. And we can easily think that we know everything there is to know about these places. But I wonder if you've ever come to see a city in a different light. Maybe as you've grown older, you've discovered new insights into a place you were familiar with. Maybe you moved away and then moved back and now see a well-known city in a new light. Now, what comes to mind when you hear the name Bethlehem? During Advent, we often think about Bethlehem from the Christmas story. Prior to the days of Jesus, Bethlehem was a well-known place, actually, due to the biblical stories among the Jews and due to the fact that Bethlehem was the home of King David. It already had a history and reputation known by many people. And yet later on in what we call the Old Testament scriptures, the prophet Micah gave this word. "But you, O Bethlehem, who are one of the little clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to rule in Israel, whose origin is from old, from ancient days." These words look ahead to the day when Bethlehem would not only be called the city of David, but also the city in which Jesus was born. This is where God arrived. The incarnation began in Bethlehem. And so now when we think of Bethlehem, we think of Jesus. Jesus leads us to rethink many things in life, including how we see ourselves. Jesus knows everything about us, and his love endures forever. The arrival of Jesus changed how we think of Bethlehem, and Jesus' presence in our lives changes how we understand ourselves. As we approach the final week of Advent and prepare for the celebration of Christmas, I encourage you to think about the difference that Jesus makes in our cities, in our neighborhoods, and in our lives. Could it be that God wants you to see something differently because of Jesus and his presence in your life? May God bless you as we continue this Advent journey.